Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm Mark, this is Spiguyver Backpacking. I have something really exciting for you today. So this all started back in late 2016. I was just a small little rinky-dink little YouTube channel not many people knew about, but I was doing hammock stuff and I had tested some gear, and it was at this point that I got a call, an email, something from Dutch at Dutchware Gear. And he said, hey, I've got a bunch of YouTubers that are trying out a new hammock that I'm going to be putting out. Would you like to be involved? Yeah, I mean, of course I would. So at that time, I got what was the Chameleon, a prototype of the Chameleon, and I got to test that out. 2017, he released it. I was at HangCon. A lot of people got to come by and see it, and it had a lot of excitement, a lot of buzz around it. And it's still one of the coolest hammocks out there. The thing that really brought it above anything else I had seen out there was the modularity and the customizing that you could do to it. You could add accessories to it, you could zip things into it, you could get different colors and just kind of mix and match. And it wasn't something you had to order it all or buy it all right up front. You could wait and pick the pieces as you could afford them or for a trip that you needed. So when in October, November, Dutch and or Alex at different times called me and they said, hey, we've got a new hammock and we'd like you to try it out. Are you interested? I don't think I had to think very long. The answer was, hell yeah, I'm interested. Hell yeah, I want to be a part of this. Let's do it. And so I got a prototype that was sent to me. It was sent to me before I headed over to the UK. So I've had it now for several months. And actually just last night, I got the production model. And so today I'm going to show it to you, show you what it's all about, and let you see this thing for the very first time. So let's go check it out. So guys, this here is the new Banyan Bridge hammock from Dutchware Gear. Super excited about this thing. I've had it out. I've got about 15 nights in it. And I've got to tell you, it is extremely comfortable. It is made of a single layer 1.6 Hexon. It's got the nano mesh bug net. It also has, because it uses the same zipper as the Chameleon, it can swap out covers. You can go either topless or you can get a winter cover, which is a full Argon 90 cover with a big generous vent area. Now this thing is, the dimensions of it, the size of it is what makes it so comfortable for me. The head end is 39.25 inch wide. That's what the spreader bar at the head end is 39.25. You've got 28.5 at the foot end. Now, what is the weight of it? So the way that I have it set up right now, I've got a couple of different accessories in it. I've got a foot end accessory, I've got a head end accessory, I've got the gear loft with double ridgeline organizers, with the poles, with the stuff sack, the double-ended stuff sack that it comes with. It comes in at just over 29 ounces. So under 30 ounces, under that 2-pound mark, which is pretty much unheard of for a bridge hammock. Now it is because it is the single layer. It is only available in the single layer. That's something to think of. Now, I really enjoy the fact that this thing has a double ridgeline in there. Really opens things up, makes it a very enjoyable thing to lay in. It spreads it open, really keeps it off of you, and just works. Some of the design features that were thought of on this thing, just you know, I had some issues, some concerns when I was testing the prototype. I had quite a few nights in the prototype, and there were some things that I was like, this needs to be tweaked. I don't really like the way this works, and they addressed every one of them with the final product. It is just, it's incredible. It really is incredible. The features of this hammock are really well thought out. From the clips at the end on each of the 4 corners where the spreader bar spread it apart, they have a line, a little area for your suspension of your underquilt. Makes installing the underquilt super easy. The dual ridge lines are amazing. The way they go through the net and the top cover, they have a Velcro closure behind them to really lock it out and make sure no bugs or anything can get through. The way that those ridge lines attach to the suspension with the new hardware that Dutch came up with, great hardware. It is perfect for this application and works really well. There are D-clips on the outside and the inside so you can attach accessories as you need to. They've come up with the double ridge line and the organizer that goes with it that also acts as a little bit of a gear loft and really makes it a whole lot better. Additionally, I can still hang my hang time hook in there, no problem at all. They've even thought of, when you're putting the top cover and the bug net on, red for head, green for foot. It's on both the hammock and on the net, the overcover. So real easy to get that right. Let's go ahead and take a look at how roomy it is inside. Now, because of the double zippers on here, you can get in and out either side. Makes no difference. To get in, simply open it up, push the net back, sit down in the hammock, kick your shoes off, because you don't want to get a mess inside. And then what I like to do is kind of get inside and start zipping up the foot end. Then I can get in, zip it up, position myself. I like to get all the way back against that head end where it really opens up, and it's just nice. Got this nice peak loft up here. So as you can see, once I'm in here, I mean, I can spread out pretty good. I've got good access to the peak loft, to the ridgeline organizers. If I want, I've got my hang time hook, can go right here and I can watch a video there, or it could go on this side. You've got two ridge lines, so you get to decide where you put the stuff. No shoulder squeeze really for me. I mean, even when I'm laying with my arms down, you know, across my chest, one arm up, whatever. And because of the way it comes up, you really don't need a pillow. That's one of the things I found, is that I kind of struggle. I have to go with one of my much thinner pillows. I was using that memory foam one, and it was just a little bit too high. With a thinner pillow, it kind of just cradles my head just enough, and it's perfect. From the inside of the hammock, you can really see just how roomy this is. I've got plenty of room down at the foot end, and you can see I've got this little storage compartment down there that I could store stuff in. But one of the big things, the big advantages that I've found of these hammocks, these bridge hammocks, is I don't have that pressure on my heel, because the end doesn't come up like it does on a gathered end. And so I don't have that pressure on my heels that I get in a gathered end, which is actually really nice. Plus, where this side dips down on both sides here, you have access to the world. You can see out, and that's really nice. So here on the head end, you can see if you get your head up towards the end, you know, my shoulders are not being squeezed up like this or anything. I can lay and feel really natural here. Throw my arms up over my head. I've got plenty of room. I've got this storage compartment right back here. I can reach up in, get stuff out of, put stuff in, plus the loft and everything right up here. It's really nice. Here you can see just how wide open having those dual ridge lines really makes it. Now here's a look at the hammock with that Argon 90 top cover on here. So it goes through, you've got the double ridge lines underneath it, keeps it up off of you. And then you've got this generous area right here that is the venting for the bug net. So you've got actually a zippered cover inside of there that you can adjust that. You can take it completely off, the cover that goes in this vented area, or you can adjust it to vary the amount of venting or warmth you want to keep in. Depending on your location, the amount of humidity in the air, you may want to keep that thing completely closed up and just keep that heat right in there. Cool feature. Now the way that these work to keep the ridge lines, there's one of these for each of the ridge lines. The way that they work is really cool. So you just kind of pop it off and go over it, and now it's disconnected. And to connect it again, you simply put it through the hole, lock it in, and that's it. Due to those corners and those little pieces of hardware, putting an underquilt on is really quite an easy task. And even if you don't have one that is designed for a bridge hammock, if you tighten up the suspension on there and you get the suspension run through there, you can get it to go on pretty easily and have it work pretty well. Let me show you. Just run it through, keep a little bit of tension on it as you bring it to the other end. Run it through. run it through. Then you can make whatever adjustments you need to get it positioned where you want it. But it is on there. Yeah, it's gonna come up a little bit higher because this isn't an underquilt that's designed for a bridge hammock. And yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of adjusting to get this exactly where I want it. But it can absolutely be done, and it's easy. It's dead simple. Once you get it tightened up, these little clips hook on there and just hold it. Hold it secure, keep it on there. It's not gonna move in the night. Everything's gonna be good. So overall, what are my thoughts of this hammock? As much as I wanted to, I really did want to hate this hammock. I've tried several bridge hammocks and I just haven't been happy with any of them. And you know, part of it is I'm kind of known as an ultralight guy. I enjoy getting out ultralight. I enjoy being able to just move quickly and be light out there. Bridge hammocks really aren't ultralight. This one happens to be one of the lighter ones out there, and the big difference is the comfort. I have never slept better in a gathered end hammock than I have in this one. This has given me by far the best sleep I've had. I was sleeping in it as opposed to sleeping in a bed when I was in the UK on many nights when it was possible. So, as much as I wanted to hate it, the truth is I love this hammock. It has kind of become what I think is my go-to hammock. I think it's my favorite hammock right now. Maybe something comes along, but for now, this is gonna be finding its way onto backpacking trips. And yeah, that's gonna raise my base weight out of that ultralight, because you know, if I use my very lightest hammock, which is right in the 9.5 to 10 ounce range, this is like carrying 2 of those. But it's worth it when you sleep as well as I have slept in this thing. It's incredible the sleep that I've gotten in it, seriously. Criticism? Well, the one thing that I really wish was possible, and it's not going to be possible. Accessories are going to be coming out that can be zipped into this just like what you get on the Chameleon. So sidecars, side slings, those are all going to be possible and are coming for this hammock, for the Banyan Bridge hammock, because it has the same zipper system as the Chameleon. What I would have loved to have seen is a way to incorporate accessories you've already purchased for the Chameleon into this. But because of the zipper length, wrapping all the way around this one, it just wasn't possible. And I get that. I understand that. Would have been cool, but we're not going to get that on this one. So what we will have are similar type accessories, similar type zip-in accessories. What we've got now are accessories that clip in. You've got D-rings on the inside, like I showed, and I've got a head end one, a foot end one, and then you've got the double ridgeline organizers with the peak loft in there. So lots of good storage options right now. When those zippered options come out, you can really customize this thing and make it perfect for whatever trip, whatever use you need it for. Customize it, take things off, add things, make it yours, choose the colors you want. That's what it's all about. Guys, I hope you're half as excited as I am about this hammock. If you've been on the fence about a bridge hammock, check out this Dutchware Gear Banyan Bridge hammock. This is the hammock for me. That's it. I'll see you guys down the trail.